Well, it's really exciting. They're elevating their partnership with us from our short sponsor to our joint major partner for the next 4 years, and their logo will be featured proudly and prominently on the back of our men's jumper. You know, it's really important in these challenging times to have committed blue chip business partners, and Latitude are one of those. They're already Australia's biggest non-bank consumer lender, but they're very ambitious and forward-thinking and inclusive organisation. We like to think we like that as well, so it's a great match. It's absolutely crucial. I mean, we can't operate as a club without the strength of our members and our people who turn up and watch games at the MCG, and that's been really, really tough the last few years. But equally, we can't operate without the support of our business partners. And there's, we've got from our co-majors, our whole suite of business partners are so important to how we operate as a club. Well, it's significant. I mean, we rely on a range of support across our, consumer business, our members, our fans, but, and that part of our business has been under pressure to some extent, and our business partners have become even more important, and they're willing to step up and invest in our club and our future, and there's a strong values alignment. It makes it even stronger. We can acknowledge and sort of thank our members and our fans who've really sort of underwritten the club for the last 2 years. They've hardly been to a game. So, but I think the most important thing is, there is a roadmap for us in terms of getting back at the football. We know what that is. It is largely about vaccinations, and we're just so committed to getting the Tiger Army, the fans, back at the MCG, and we just love the energy and the excitement that creates, and I know our fans do as well. Oh, well, we can't look too far ahead, but we're optimistic, and, there'll be substantial crowds. I'm not sure what capacity constraints will be in place, but they're talking about 80,000 for Boxing Day, and if that sort of continues into the new year, into February, March, it may be greater. It gives us great cause for excitement and enthusiasm, and to be honest, as a football fan, I can't wait. It's been a sort of an ongoing exercise about information sharing. There's a lot of misinformation out there about vaccinations and potential risks, but we want to make sure all our staff, all our players are informed. So there's been ongoing conversation, and at the end of the day, we've got a responsibility to keep ourselves safe and to keep our community safe and get back to playing football at the MCG, and this is an important part of that roadmap. It's a balance. We don't believe in windows. There's really no beginning, no end. We're always trying to get better in everything we do, and we've been balancing contending while regenerating in terms of our list management. And Blair Hartley's done a wonderful job. We go to the draft with a strong hand. It's very exciting. But in terms of trading in players, Robbie, you get the best players in you can. Age doesn't matter, and we think he's a wonderful player. He'll be a great replacement for David Asprey. And we didn't have a great year last year, but more importantly, we spent a lot of time seeking to understand why, and we'll take steps to address that. And I feel very confident that we'll respond in 2022. Yeah, to some extent. I mean, we looked at the various teams and how they performed through history, and we've probably already embarked on that process. And it's getting that balance between regenerating and contending at the same time, and even the decision to trade out our first round draft pick from last year into this year was a reflection of that. So it's a balance. It's a difficult one, but it's a balance we've already been trying to sort of maintain. But we've got a dilemma, and it's a good dilemma. There's no automatic standout replacement. Over the last few years, we've been anticipating Trent's decision, and we've been working hard to develop the breadth and depth of our leadership at the club. So we've got a number of different players that could lead this club on field and do a wonderful job. Look, we are in a hurry. We've got a process we've got in place, and we'll work through that. But I think that the depth gives us the ability to make a really strong decision. Yeah, look, when Dustin came to the club, he had a few rough edges, but a lot of 18, 19-year-olds do. And it's sort of with growth and maturity and responsibility, those edges are smoothed out. Look, Dustin is an uber professional. I mean, his preparation to get the best out of himself is inspiring, to be honest. He's a terrific leader, and he's got a strong sense of who he is. And he really cares about his teammates and his club. I mean, they're all really strong leadership attributes, and that's something you really wanted to develop. And I think he could absolutely more than capably fill that role. He's going well. Yeah, lost a lot of weight. by virtue of his diet after his kidney injury. So, but it looks really, really fit. Like, looks really fit, and he may choose to keep a bit of that weight off because he's just naturally very strong and powerful. Might increase his running power, his transition running, maybe more midfield time, but he's just so driven, and he's really, really hungry. And our guys have had a long break. They're going to be fully rested, and they're very, very focused on 2022. Yeah, we spent a lot of time, and Damien in the footy department particularly, just going through the data and analysis, trying to get a sense of why we didn't perform as well last year. And I think we've got a handle on that, and next part is how we're going to change and respond. And but he's got a real thirst for knowledge and improvement. He's extremely driven, and like the players, he'll be sort of rested and very driven for success going forward.